never imagined my life would turn into a nightmare of betrayal and revenge. But this is my story. How I discovered my wife's cheating and how I took control of a situation that could have destroyed me. My name is Amir. I had been married to my wife Sara for 8 years. On the surface, everything looked perfect. A stable home, shared friends, a seemingly happy marriage. I trusted her completely and never imagined she could betray me so thoroughly. It started with small, subtle signs. She began staying out later than usual, always claiming work or social events. Her phone buzzed constantly, and she would hide it from me whenever I was nearby. I tried to ignore it, convincing myself I was just being paranoid. But the instinct in my gut told me something was wrong. One night I set up a small camera in our living room. Nothing extravagant, just a discreet device to monitor the house while I was at work. I didn't suspect anything specific, just wanted to protect my home. A few days later, I checked the footage. My heart stopped. There she was, Sara, in our living room, embracing a man I didn't know. She kissed him, laughed, and whispered things she never said to me. The man wasn't a coworker, not a neighbor, just someone she had been seeing behind my back for months. Shock, rage, and betrayal hit me all at once. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. For hours, I replayed the footage, confirming every detail, every date, every lie she had told me. She had been cheating on me right under my roof. I knew I had to act, and fast. I didn't want to confront her blindly. I wanted to strike back in a way that ensured she would face the full weight of her betrayal. I waited until the next day. While she was at work, I gathered the footage, screenshots of her messages with the affair partner, and financial records showing secret transfers to him. I didn't tell anyone, I didn't panic. I planned every step carefully. When she returned home that evening, she was acting normal, expecting me to continue as if nothing had happened. I calmly told her to sit down. She laughed nervously, sensing something was off. "I know everything," I said, my voice steady. Her face paled. She tried to deny it, to explain, to shift the blame. But I showed her the camera footage, the messages, and the transfers. Every lie she had told, every excuse she had made was laid bare before her. Sara's confidence shattered. She tried to cry, to plead, to justify her actions, but it was too late. I had every piece of evidence documented. I told her that I was filing for divorce immediately, and I ensured that her attempts to manipulate me financially or legally would fail. But I didn't stop there. I used my professional network to ensure her affair partner faced consequences as well. Within weeks, he was exposed to his family, colleagues, and community. His reputation, carefully built over years, crumbled in a matter of days. Sara had thought she could cheat and escape without accountability, but she had underestimated the impact of her actions. The divorce proceedings were swift. I presented all the evidence in court, leaving no room for doubt. The judge ruled entirely in my favor. Sara lost claims to our shared assets, the house, and even attempts to control joint finances. After the case, I vanished from her life completely. No confrontations, no dramatic showdowns, no words of revenge. I moved to another city, changed jobs, and began rebuilding my life. The silence was my final strike. She had cheated, lied, and betrayed, and now she was left to face the full consequences alone. Months later, I learned that Sara's life had unraveled. Her friends abandoned her, her family was disappointed, and the affair partner distanced himself from her completely. The glamorous life she had hoped for as a result of her betrayal was gone, replaced by loneliness and regret. I don't feel proud of causing her suffering, but I do feel a sense of closure. Betrayal hurts, but reclaiming control over your own life, dignity, and future is the most effective revenge. The hardest part wasn't the divorce. It wasn't the courtroom drama. It was the emotional toll. The nights of betrayal replayed in my mind, the memories of a life I thought we shared, shattered by deceit. I caught my wife cheating on camera, struck back immediately, and ensured she faced the consequences of her actions. And in the silence after, I found peace, the loudest and most satisfying justice of all. If there's one lesson I learned, it's this. Trust is fragile, betrayal is devastating, and when someone violates that trust, the best response is calculated action, not emotion. Evidence, preparation, and patience can give you power in situations where it feels like everything is out of control. Sara's choices destroyed her, but they didn't destroy me. I walked away stronger, wiser, and more aware of who truly deserves your love and loyalty. Cheating leaves scars, but reclaiming your life, dignity, and freedom is the ultimate victory.